Jersey. But the time has come for the man in this building behind us, Senator Sweeney, to realize that the day of big government, favor trading, obstructionist, democratic machine politics is over for this state. We, the people of New Jersey, have had enough. And friends, some good things are beginning to happen in New Jersey. I want to thank my friend Steve for helping us lead this change. His campaign for governor was an issues-based campaign, and I think it got a lot of people in this state realizing that there are creative, positive alternatives to the failed liberal ethos that has guided Trenton for far too long. Steve, thank you for your leadership. And I want to thank our new governor too, Chris Christie. When I spoke outside Governor Christie's office last month in Trenton, I said that I was proud to call Governor Christie a Tea Party governor. He's taking on some of the tough battles of this state, and I hope he knows that this new and large statewide movement, Americans for Prosperity, the Tea Party movement, the 9/12 movement, want to see him succeed. Let's continue to support this governor, and I hope he will respond by supporting this movement too. It's one of the best things happening in New Jersey in a long, long time. We're here today, and you're going to share your own individual sentiments soon on a very specific issue, and that is the confirmation of Governor Christie's nominee for New Jersey Supreme Court. The Constitution of this state empowers and requires our governor to make these appointments, and it is the responsibility of Mr. Sweeney to realize that it's the Constitution of this state and this nation, not his personal political agenda, that must guide the confirmation process. Mr. Sweeney, set aside your far-left agenda, stop obstructing the will of the people and the Constitution of this state, and confirm Ann Patterson. And let me offer some words of support for Governor Christie, because he's made the right decision in replacing Judge Wallace. He was a liberal activist judge who discarded the rule of law and used his position on the New Jersey Supreme Court to advance a far-left agenda that was neither consistent with this state's Constitution nor with the will of the people. Governor Christie's doing the right thing and making a decision in nominating a new appointee, and we thank him for doing that. You know, yesterday morning I'm just flipping through the news, and I come across this column by a guy, never heard of him before, John D. Atlas. He says, I don't know a lot about this guy, except he seems to be one of the people who are sort of authoring the liberal talking points for Trenton. And I'm an open-minded guy, so I decided, hey, I'll start reading this column. He opened the column with this sentence: Jersey's governor, Chris Christie, has terminated Justice Wallace, he wrote. A moderate and professional jurist. A moderate and professional jurist. Are you kidding us? Let's just pause a bit and reflect on that description and correct me if I'm wrong. Isn't it Justice Wallace, the same judge who released Thomas Trantino, a murderer the New York Times called one of New Jersey's most notorious criminals? A jury convicted that man, and he had been sentenced to death. He now walks our street. Yes, Judge Wallace did this. Is Judge Wallace not the same judge who was awarded illegal aliens in this state the same benefits and entitlements afforded those who are here legally, thus bursting the budget of this state, and in fact rewarding those who are here illegally? Yes, in Cavarella versus Martinez, that is exactly what he did. This is not the same Judge Wallace who used his power from the bench to undermine private property rights through eminent domain. Yes, in Mount Laurel Township versus My Pro Homes and other cases, he did exactly that. Governor Christie was right not to reappoint this man. And Senator Sweeney, you are wrong to be obstructing an elected governor's confirmation process for a highly qualified and vastly preferable Supreme Court judge. You know, think back a bit. Let's just think back a bit to 2003. A lot of us here were not big fans of Governor McGreevey, but when he appointed Mr. Wallace to the New Jersey Supreme Court, we accepted the fact that it was his right as a popularly elected governor, even if Mr. Wallace would not have been our selection. That history now must guide the current confirmation process. Governor Christie won a landslide victory and mandate to take this state in a new direction. And it is the obligation of the man in the office behind us, Mr. Sweeney, to ensure that this new nominee receives a prompt confirmation. Mr. Sweeney, the will of the people will be heard, and the constitutional authority of our governor will be respected.